Hey, what's up, guys? First video in a while. I did say I was going to upload every day. However, I had to take a break from PATS for a while. The day after my previous video, I wanted to go back to basics. I had a winner, and then I took a loser, and it was like the straw that broke the camel's back when it comes to PATS. Um, I took a second entry short, ticked in, immediately stopped out. It was my own fault. I'd drawn a wider channel where, on reflection, I shouldn't have drawn a wider channel, but it was just like my limit with PATS. It made me really analyze as well my emotions with PATS trading because my total frustration and anger about lack of progress and consistency and really going backwards with PATS when I compare it to this time last year. All that frustration has just made it impossible to trade PATS strategy or PATS trading calmly, rationally for the time being. Each loss, and even each loss, each tick of movement that goes against a trade when I'm trading PATS just, yeah, it was impossible for me to manage. Each loss was leading to me moving stop losses, revenge trading, tilts, and it was just, they're really not good trading. Again, not down to the strategy itself, really just down to my inability to apply PATS and see any progress. Always seemed to be a part of the context I was missing, and that just made losses more annoying. I would look at it and think, what the fuck have I missed now? And then have to look at the chart, or not have to, but see the chart reviews of Pat, of Mac, of Thomas Wade at the evening, see where I've went wrong again. And, I just needed a break from Pats. Started to think about other strategies again. Really dedicate myself to the Al Brooks course, which I haven't done yet because I decided to look at a strategy that the YouTuber, streamer, Pinetree Trader talks about, inside outside bars, on the 5 minutes chart of the NQ. Really mechanical trading, taking the break of an inside or outside bar. Friday and today went well, and I feel that the mechanical nature of it makes my stop loss management easier. The mechanical side to it, at least it feels like it wins or it doesn't. It wins or it loses, and that's it. And I don't feel myself, at least for now, because it's been going well, I don't feel myself raging about losses or thinking, oh, what BF, what bit of context I missed now? How did I get trapped when everyone else is going the other way? Things like that infuriated me with PATS for now. So I need to backtest it more because I don't. I mean, other people seem to be having success, but might need to add some context to the strategy. And it's a bit hard to believe that something so mechanical could be profitable, but maybe it is. And I think maybe it's just, as I've said a lot of times, it's just my risk management which is letting me down with PATS. So maybe finding a more mechanical strategy which helps me manage losses better is maybe the way to go. However, I will get into this strategy I was trading in these days. For now, there was actually a PATS trade I took. NQ 1K tick chart. Actually went short today. I was really just focused. I didn't look at the 1K tick chart much. 5 minutes, I think. Quite honestly, I don't I didn't look at this chart much today because I was just really looking at it between the trades and the 5 minute chart. So I think there probably was something much wider if you want to chart from last night as well. Something like this. Maybe was in play, seeing as we were just up all day. But during one of the corrections, I did go short. So here, I saw that we had this uptrend, break new high, another uptrend, break new high, and then we had a first entry long, second entry long failure. I think, in my reasoning at least, I thought the second entry long would have trapped a few traders. Given that we were so bullish on the day, people might have thought first entry long, second entry long at EMA, screw it, let's go long. But we had this really big failure here. I took it on the close of a candle. Maybe you could argue to take it on the actual failure of the second entries, so you get that nice momentum. But in any case, I entered here and I got 10 points. And I was meaning to take this on the MNQ. So I'd set my chart up, but I forgot to switch over to the MNQ. So it actually, on Apex eval, took me in a mini. Worked out well this time, but yeah, I need to make sure to switch between MQ and MNQ. But yeah, I'm going to see if I keep PATS open on the 1K chart for now on NQ. And the reason being is I'm kind of sick of the ES. And what makes me sick of the ES is that I'll take a trade, it'll lose, and then I'll see countless other people on the 2K take chart taking a trade in the other direction or explaining why that's not a good trade. And it just, I think I take it personally. I take it as a hit to my ego. And I know that not many people, if any, are trading NQ on 1K take chart. So no one's going to be in the same trade. Well, in the PATS community, I'm not going to have to face a PATS chart review at the end of the evening. I won't have to see a video by Mac or Thomas Wade and having to face up to why I was wrong on the ES. So these videos, I mean, I don't want to criticize their videos. They're very good for learning purposes, but once you know the strategy and you've had a shit day, it's like it adds insult to injury if you watch it. At least for me now. So I think I might just, if I want to keep trading PATS, at least looking at a chart, I think I'll stick to the NQ 1K take chart for now. Because I need to avoid the ES 2K take chart because I was just getting so pissed off with it that it was impossible for me to manage my emotions and trade like a professional trader should. But I'll move over to the 5K tick chart. Which one is it? It's this one. So on Friday, I had started this type of trading. And the idea behind it is very easy. If you have an inside bar, so this one here, so we have this one here. So this one inside bar, it's completely engulfed by the bar before. You enter on a break of the bar, below or above, this time below. And Pinetree Trader talks about taking the first inside bar of the day, which was this one, and aiming for 20 points. So I got 20 points in that. Last week I backtested only for last week, but last week the first few inside bars you could go for 30 points, which I did do today. That was a nice 20-point trade on NQ. Then I took the following outside bar. So outside bar opposite to inside bar, closes below, and well, it fully engulfs the bar below, before. So the bar previous is completely engulfed by the outside bar. So this is above and below the inside bar. So I entered on the break of this, and on Friday on this trade, I took it for 15 points because I was a bit concerned that we were going to have a range day, with the range being here. So we pushed up a bit above the range, and I took it off for around 17 points, 18 points. But I could have held out easily for the 20 points, and maybe a little more. But yeah, first time trading this, so felt okay taking those wins. Then today we had bit of a painful loser in the morning. It gets to 10:30, market open, and well, 10:30 my time, 9:30 Eastern, and we have this inside bar here, and I entered, and I was going for 20 ticks here, or 20 points, because ATR was a bit low at this point, and it got to within 1 point of my take profit, and it just immediately reversed in this huge green bar and stopped me out. So I'll have to check during backtesting whether I should be moving the stop to break even at a certain point or trailing it. So let's say I'm going for 20 points. If it gets to 18, 19 points, move the stop to 15 points, for example. In any case, that was a bit of a loser, stinging a little, but then this huge, gigantic outside bar, I went long. And at first, I wanted to cry because I really need to work on risk management for this strategy, because this was a 120 point bar. So if that goes wrong, that goes wrong. And at one point, it was 50 points in the red. I did feel that such a strong bar would not reverse all the way back. I felt that was the low of the day, and we would see continuation to the upside. So that thesis was correct. And here, I did hold out for 30 points. Nice reverse here, with this closing so strongly, it closed doji, but with such a strong reversal of the lows, I was confident of another leg up. So 30 points there. And what brought us back into the green was this outside-inside bar combination. We have this outside bar, which I wanted to take, but it didn't trigger. And then we got an inside bar. And I took the inside bar, but I decided to use the outside bar as the stop, to give myself a bit more room. And thinking back to Al Brooks, I thought we might have a first entry long, second entry long. So I thought we might get another leg of correction before going higher. So it turned out a very good decision, because the inside bar would have been stopped out by a few points before going exactly where we wanted it to. One of the difficulties coming from PATS to do this is sitting through pullbacks and sitting in a trade for so long. This trade was 25 minutes. And again, we have green bar up, red bar, green bar, red bar, green bar, and watching that live, hard not to put your hand on the mouse and do something, moving stop, taking profit too early, especially after this first trade where it went 19 points and reversed to my full stop. But another 30 points there, so I think in balance I ended up 17 points overall in the green. I checked for the results last week just out of curiosity, taking maximum free trades first inside bar. and yeah, it worked out really well. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 losses last week with 10 wins, maybe. If I remember correctly, just taking. I think I checked it for if you win 2, you stop. If you lose 2, you stop. Maximum free trades. So I think it was 2 days where there was 1 loss, 2 wins, and the other days were 2 wins. And it worked out well, especially for 30 points. But I just need to backtest that. With it being so mechanical, I'm not sure if it's a long-term strategy. Maybe I have to add some context. For example, I didn't trade with the EMA, 20 EMA. I just added it later to see how it would look like trading Albrooks today. So maybe a rule could be don't go short above the EMA. Just look for longs. That could be a rule that might filter out some losses. But yeah, I think the most important point is maybe a bit skeptical about it being a long-term strategy because it's so mechanical, but I think where this mechanical side would help is just increasing my muscle memory. Not muscle memory, my muscles, yeah. Or mental muscles. Forgetting English, living in Argentina. It would help at least my reactions to stops. Because with PATS, I was just getting so infuriated, so angry, it stops. I was automatically moving the stop. And I think it was just a flood of emotions, anger, frustration, adrenaline. Like, fuck it, screw it. I hate it. just blow the account. There's that self-sabotage. So far, with this loss today, for example, I was completely fine with the loss, waited for the next setups. But I think I need to do more backtesting to see if it's something I'd like to do. And at the very least, give myself a break from PATS because I couldn't emotionally take more abuse on PATS, more emotional punishment. I just could not take it. I was just so infuriated by my performance on PATS. Again, don't want to blame PATS strategy. It works for people. I just stopped progressing and I was regressing. I was going backwards. But really, I think a change of strategy, for at least for now, would be good. And just trying to improve my stop loss taking, acceptance, and in the meantime, maybe try to keep training or studying Albrooks. Good thing about 5-minute chart is I can analyze it as well. Like Albrooks trades, he trades 5 minutes. I mean, technically, this outside bar that I took would have been a high one, like a first entry long for Albrooks. So there's trades there that I'm taking for now, like outside bars, but there's context there to take it like Albrooks would. And maybe, as I said, just keep looking at NQ 1000 tick chart. I've honestly had good success with it. I don't know why I didn't stick with this. I think it's because I tried to force a trade last week and to pass an eval, and it wasn't a good trade, and it just tilted me. But if I take away that trade on the 1k tick chart with our NQ, I think I've had maybe 6 trades, and only that one, which I really forced as a setup, as a triple test, failed. So maybe I need to trade more on the Nasdaq for the 2k tick chart with PATS. So yeah, that's where we are now. Really just needed to give myself a break from PATS for now. Maybe I'll try the rest of April inside outside bars. Refine my strategy approach with that, see how I feel about it. See how I feel about PATS afterwards. The thing is, after so much time trading PATS, it just feels comfortable to put up a tick chart and trade PATS. It just feels natural to chart. And I get the bad results, and I feel so pissed off and angry. But I think after 2 years of trading it, it's difficult, or it feels a bit strange to open up 5-minute charts or trade other strategies, wider stops, micros. Maybe just needs time to adjust. But so far, after Friday today, I kind of just feel a bit more relaxed on the 5-minute chart for now. And I was speaking to other people that moved from PATS to Albrooks. They say a 5-minute chart does feel more relaxed. It gives you more time to analyze the chart before making any decisions. Plus, with Albrooks, wider stops. If you're on micros, just a little less pressure. But I mean, a lot of people successful with PATS. A lot of people taking payouts with it. Maybe I just need to take this break for now. Have the NQ 1K chart open, see what's going on. Dedicate time to studying Albrooks. And yeah, just take a break from ES because I was just tilting, blowing evals, and that's it is impossible to be a trader with that much rage and anger about any loss. But yeah, the lack of progress, consistency, really just it was the straw that broke the camel's back last week, and I thought, right, enough's enough. Let's just try something else for now. At least give ourselves a break, and then reassess end of April, end of May, and see how we feel. Because we were going nowhere. But thanks again for tuning in, and I'll try to get a video up tomorrow as well. I want to do this more frequently. And yeah, hopefully your day on PATS, your week on PATS is going better than it was for me if you're trading PATS. If not, hope you had a good trading day as well. And see you next time. Peace.